Listen, it's quite simple. Press the free like button if you would like John Cena to be your friend, just like he is with Vince McMahon. Because based on what he said on a Howard Stern show, man, I would love for John Cena to be my best friend. Because this dude does not turn his back on you at your lowest time in your life. Come on, man, you gotta press the like button for that. This dude will be your loyal friend forever until the day you die. That is a loyal soldier for life. You see, John Cena and Randy Orton, those are real loyal soldiers. They are still loyal to Vince McMahon. See, those guys are real friends. They know if it wasn't for Vince McMahon, we would know who those two guys are. Same as Brock Lesnar. Now, I want you to hear this clip of what John Cena said about Vince McMahon on a Howard Stern show.
16-time world champion John Cena comments on the allegations against Vince McMahon. On January 25, Jano Grant filed a lawsuit against Vince McMahon and WWE in which she alleged that McMahon engaged in sexual assault and sex trafficking of her. McMahon denied the allegations, but he resigned from WWE, and he is under federal investigation. During an appearance on the Howard Stern show, the allegations against Vince McMahon came up, with Stern referring to them as hot water. Cena was asked to describe how he was handling the situation after Stern noted that it was complicated to talk about. "I don't think it's complicated to talk about," John Cena said. "I think it's complicated to listen to. That's kinda why I don't necessarily put a lot of time and equity into it. Again, there's still a long ways to go. I can say this, I'm a big advocate of love and friendship and honesty and communication. But in the same breath, I'm also a big advocate of accountability. I think you explained it well if someone's behavior lies so far outside your value system, that the balance shifts, of like, man, I can't operate in a world where this works. That's the end result of being accountable. Right now, what I'm gonna do is love the person I love, be their friend, and by that, it means like, hey, I love you. You got a hill to climb."
I swear, man, people who make content about me are some of the dumbest fucks ever. And here's why. Okay, why would I make a video about a topic and then upload it, but regret what I say? Look here, dummy. I don't regret nothing I say. Like, it makes no fucking sense. It's called being a content creator. You see, my all-time favorite YouTuber is a guy by the name of the Amazing Lucas. Man, he says some of the most craziest shit, but he don't care. And yet, all these idiots, they keep on making content about him. Even though he says crazy ass shit, he don't care. Listen, I'm the same way. I'm like, bro, you can't bury what I say. You can expose me. I'm like, what are you exposing if I uploaded it? I put it on YouTube for a reason. Listen, everything I say, everything I put on my platform, I mean it. I don't regret a damn thing, homie. So, you're not exposing anything about me. What I said about Vince McMahon, I meant every fucking word. And it's like crazy. My video about Vince McMahon and Brock Lesnar is crazy because ever since that video, I've gotten over 400 new subs. So, what are you exposing? Nobody can expose me. Once again, everything I say, I mean it. If it's still on YouTube, that means I stand by it. Everything I say, every video that I upload, I stand by it. So you can't expose me. If I know what I said in the video, it's still up. So you can't expose me. I would never be exposed, homie. I stand by every little thing I say. Now, let's talk about John Cena. See, man, John Cena is a real OG. You know what I'm saying? He has not turned his back on Vince McMahon. That's what I like. Because he feels like, listen, give me evidence first. Let's have due process first. Let's hear Vince McMahon's side first before trying to bury him. Now, everything that Vince McMahon is accused of, it's all alleged. But, at the same time, why is he accused of sex trafficking? Let me give you some advice. Let me give you some game. This Grant chick, she's a grown woman. She's a fucking adult. She pays bills. This bitch has her own crib. She has her own car, right? This bitch pays her own rent. She does not live with Vince McMahon, which means this bitch, she's a grown woman who can make her own decisions. Let me repeat that. She's a grown woman who can make her own decisions. She is not Vince McMahon's wife. She don't live with him. So my point is, she's a grown-ass woman who made her choice, right? Why did Vince McMahon have so much so-called power over her? Why? Because she liked the fact that he was a billionaire. She thought that she can get something out of him. That's why she agreed to do everything he said. But let me give you game, little Timmy. Let me tell you what sex trafficking is. You fucking numbskull idiots. You incels. It's crazy because every time people make content about me, guess what? My fans, they don't tell me. Why? Because they don't care. That's the point. So what are you exposing if my fans don't give two shits about what you say? Look here, bro. I don't care about these incels who don't like me. Like, who cares? They are not my audience. So what the fuck do I care if they think that I support sex trafficking? Nigga, I don't give a fuck. You are not my audience, and my fans, they know the truth on what I meant. But let me put you on game, you fucking incels, on what sex trafficking is. So this Grant chick is a grown woman over the age of 20, right? Over the age of fucking 21. A grown ass fucking bitch. Sex trafficking is when you force somebody to do something against their will and you got something hanging over their head from a blackmail perspective. That's what sex trafficking is. Vince McMahon never did that. He never held anything over her fucking head. Vince McMahon, he is a fucking freak. But he never forced her to do anything that she did not want to do. It reminds me of Cassie and P. Diddy. Listen, let's talk about P. Diddy. I have sources, right? They have told me that Cassie was down for everything that P. Diddy wanted her to do. Why? She was a grown-ass woman. Her ass could have said no. Same as this Janelle Grant bitch, who is not the wife of Vince McMahon. But let me give you more education on what sex trafficking is. Okay, let's say your mom was out and about at the store and she seen a sexy lady who she thinks might be perfect for her son, right? Let's say she walked up to this lady and she said, hey, I have a son that might be perfect for you. Okay, by your logic, that's sex trafficking, right? By your logic, your mom is trying to hook you up with an unknown woman. Okay, by your logic, that's sex trafficking, right? Okay, by your logic, let's talk about Adam 22. So is he sex trafficking? Even though his wife is down with it. His wife is down with it. She never said no. She's not being forced to do anything she don't want to do. You fucking dummy. That's what sex trafficking is. When you are casting off a person to another person and you are forcing them to do something against the will and you are holding something over their head in order to do it. Where it's like, man, they can't say no. But Janelle Grant can say no. She's not his wife. They don't live together. Right? She pays her own bills. So how was Vince McMahon involved in sex trafficking if she was down for everything he was doing? That's not how that works. You can't shit on somebody's head and say, oh man, he forced me to do that. No, bitch. When a grown man shits on your fucking face, that means you have no issue with it. That means you are down with it. Listen, a grown man can't force another woman to go through that. You gotta say no. But guess what? She didn't say no. Why? Because Vince is a fucking billionaire. All she saw was dollar signs. Once again, she's a grown woman who saw dollar signs. That's why she was down for everything Vince told her to do. Like I said, don't get mad at Brock Lesnar. Because that was not sex trafficking, you fucking numbskull incels. How? All Vince did was try to hook up one of his female friends with Brock. Once again, you fucking numbskull, if your homeboy tries to hook you up with one of his female friends, by your logic, you fucking virgin, that's sex trafficking. See, like I said, you don't know what sex trafficking is. Like I said, if your fucking mom tried to hook you up with a woman she met By your logic, that's sex trafficking. Fun fact, there's a lot of guys who are currently in NBA who share women. They be passing hoes around. But guess what? These women are down with it because they are grown women who can say no. Let me repeat, there's tons of guys currently in NBA. They share the same women and they pass them around like hoes. I'm sorry, that's their lifestyle. But that's not illegal if those girls are down with it. That's my point. They're not being forced to fucking fuck a guy in NBA or 5 guys or 4 guys. They are down with it. So you can't say that's sex trafficking. Like how? Where's your proof? Where's your evidence? Because Vince was not paying Brock to fuck this chick, right? Brock was not paying Vince to fuck her. So where's your proof that this is sex trafficking when there's no money being exchanged? When, to me, what Vince was doing was more so cuck shit, right? What he was doing was more so cuck shit. That's the only thing he's guilty of is being a cuck-like dude. By wanting to see Janelle Grant fuck other men. That's the only thing Vince is being accused of. He's a cuck. But being a cuck, that's not sex trafficking. Because I find it funny. You can't force a woman to do something against her will multiple times if you guys are not living in the same household. From what I know, she was just a co-worker of Vince McMahon. That's all I know. So Vince can't force her to do something. This bitch was down with it based on Vince being a fucking billionaire. That's all she saw was fucking dollar signs, right? That makes no sense. This bitch, she had her own crib. She had her own place. So how was Vince forcing her to fuck other men against her will? Like, think with your fucking brains, man. Think logically. She could have left. She don't live with Vince. So this bitch could have left and quit her job the moment he tried to make a pass at her. Why did this last as long as it did if she was not down with it? Like I said, I don't think Vince is some kind of rapist. Because, like, it makes no fucking sense. She could have stopped Vince from making her do all these things. They don't live in the same household. So she could have left, moved away. Like, you guys are fucking numbskull idiots. That's why I love the fact that John Cena stood by Vince McMahon and he did not bury him. He's a real loyal friend. He wants evidence first. That's what I like about John Cena. He gives the best answers. Hell, he said he wants to help Vince. He said he wants to help Vince find a solution to what he's going through. Because, listen, I don't think Vince McMahon is super guilty. I think both sides are at fault. Why didn't Janelle Grant stop this the moment he made a pass at her? It's like, bro, Vince McMahon is in his fucking 70s. So, once again, he's an old man who's in his 70s. Why did you allow this old man to make a pass at you? Why did you allow this old man to make you do things that you did not want to do? So this old man, Vince McMahon, was forcing her to have sex with other men, even though that's not his wife. That was not his girlfriend. So what power, what kind of blackmail did he have over her? That's what this boils down to. This bitch, she could have quit. Because, bro, she had tons of dirt on Vince. Bro, seriously, she had tons of dirt on Vince to stop this. I'm like, bro, you a fucking billionaire. She could fucking end you with evidence. Listen, a real friend, we want to find out evidence on both sides before we jump to judgment. I love everything what John Cena said. Now, do I think this Grant chick is going to win in court? I don't think so. Because, man, she is going to have a hard time proving she was involved in sex trafficking. As a grown woman who worked for the company, who was not the wife of Vince, who was not his girlfriend, and they did not live together. She could have left the state. If she did not like what Vince McMahon was doing, she could have left. This is not Cassie and P. Diddy. And here's why. Hell, Diddy, Diddy, he's more guilty of sex trafficking than fucking Vince. Because, hell, Cassie and Diddy, they were living together. So maybe you can make the argument that Diddy was forcing Cassie to do things because she was living in his household, right? Janelle Grant was not. She could have left anytime she wanted to. Why did you allow this to happen for so long, fucking Grant? Once again, if Vince McMahon tried to hook me up with one of his female friends, yes, I will consider it. Because that's not sex trafficking. Having a fucking another man hook you up with one of his female friends. That's not how that works. That's not sex trafficking. That's called being hooked up by a guy's female friends. Like, y'all gotta get laid and just get dates. Real fucking talk. Do you know how many bosses has fucking introduced their coworkers to their future wives? Okay, last time I checked, Triple H is married to the boss's daughter. How can that not be a conflict of fucking interest? So Vince McMahon was fine with his employee fucking his daughter for the past 20-some years. By your logic, that's sex trafficking. The fact that Vince gave two shits about his daughter, Stephanie, fucking one of his male wrestlers. By your logic, you fucking incel, that's sex trafficking, right? Because Vince, he co-signed Triple H to fuck Stephanie. He gave two shits. That's my fucking point. Hooking somebody up with somebody that you know, that's not sex trafficking. All right, since I do have a life outside of fake pro wrestling, there's a show on YouTube called The Nightcap with Shan Sharp and Chad Johnson. Every week, bro, Chad Johnson, he is always trying to hook up Shan Sharp with one of his female friends that he knows. By your logic, that's called sex trafficking. What the fuck is the difference between him and Vince? If he's trying to hook up Shan Sharp and get him laid by one of his female friends, by your logic, bro, that's sex trafficking. You see how dumb you sound? It's like, please get out your house and just live life, bro. Get out the house. Stop staying in the house, man. You gotta get some fucking fresh air and just experience life. This is life. Floyd Mayweather, he has tons of hoes that he hooks up his boys with. So is that sex trafficking? It's like, wow, man. So if I hook up my homeboy with a homegirl of mine, I'm guilty of sex trafficking. Wow, that's insane in the fucking membrane. But this is why John Cena, he is truly a top 10 fake pro wrestler of all time. Because he is the ultimate fucking company man. It's like he is loyal. He stands by you no matter what. All these idiots are trying to throw Vince under the bus, but not John Cena. John Cena called Vince a friend. That's crazy. He said Vince McMahon is still his friend. That's what I like. Now, what do I think about Brock Lesnar? Listen, man, I still think Brock Lesnar will still come back to the World Wrestling Federation. Because, bro, I don't know what he did wrong. That's the part that's like, it's crazy to me. What did Brock do wrong? Like, wow, bro, like maybe based on fucking public opinion. But overall, I don't know what he did wrong. Now, should Vince McMahon be erased from World Wrestling Federation history? Hell no. Why? He built this brand. He is the reason why you marks are fanboys of this brand. So no. I do think he should stay away for 1 year. But just overall, no. He should not be erased from this company. He built it. He is the reason why this is a $1 billion company. But to make a long story short, let's not bury Vince McMahon before the evidence comes out on both sides. Because this Grant chick, there is a lot of things that are kind of fishy on her side, right? So that's what John is trying to tell you. He wants to wait until both sides come out. He wants to wait until the evidence comes out on both sides. let's not jump into conclusions yet. That's it, I'm done.